100 days, what can a president accomplish? In the last 100 days, President Trump has made Americans less safe, less prosperous, and less free. He has chosen to move us in a direction at home and abroad that is the opposite of what those who voted for him expected, and that is aligned with what those of us who worked against him feared. What I've heard my whole life, whether in business or in foreign policy, as a lawyer or in my community as a local elected official, folks need trust and they need predictability. Businesses say they need predictability in order to decide what to invest in, who to hire, where to grow. Other countries around the world say that they need to know they can trust us, that they can rely on us. And in the last 100 days, President Trump has shattered both of them. I'm going to speak for a few minutes about foreign policy because so many of my colleagues in my caucus have stood to talk about the disastrous cuts led by Elon Musk and Doge and the ways they've impacted Americans all over the country. But if you think about our reputation globally, statement after statement, tweet after tweet by President Trump has puzzled, concerned, even alarmed our allies. He's going to invade Greenland, a NATO ally. He's going to take back the Panama Canal. He's going to take over the Gaza Strip and make it Mara Gaza. He's going to turn Canada into the 51st state. One of my Republican colleagues has said, don't pay so much attention to what he says, look at what he does. Well, lots of our partners and allies have looked at what he's done by imposing tariffs on trusted allies and partners and recoiled. An election in Canada last night, where Trump was the issue, elected a new Prime Minister, Mark Carney, who ran on a platform of standing up to America, of standing up to Donald Trump. Look, folks, the actions he's taken in slashing foreign aid, in abandoning decades-old bipartisan programs around the world that save lives and that help other countries to trust us and rely on us, have weakened us abroad and created openings for our pacing threat, the People's Republic of China. I was recently in the Philippines, a nation that faces more natural disasters every year than any other country on earth. More typhoons, more earthquakes, more volcanoes. And for decades, they've relied on the United States and the help of USAID, volunteers, nonprofits, coordinated through our government to respond to these disasters. It's built a long and close partnership of trust. Gone. I was recently in Taiwan, a country looking to decide whether they can rely on us should China make real their threats to reunite Taiwan with the mainland by force. Can they trust us? Well, what I'm going to say is that in 100 days, President Trump has shown weakness in Europe and created openings for China. We have long relied on a global network of allies and partners to keep us safe and strong, to make us prosperous, and to build our role in the world. China doesn't have that. They have nervous neighbors, client states, countries that can't count on them and view them as predatory. And yet now, through the actions of President Trump, Elon Musk, and Doge, and the silence and the collaboration of Republicans in this chamber, even our closest, most trusted allies, like Canada, question whether they can count on us. Back to the Reagan days, Republicans have talked about peace through strength. What we've seen from Donald Trump in 100 days, weakness through chaos. 100 days in, he's not stopping Putin. He's preparing to sell out Ukraine and Europe to Putin. 100 days in, he's not deterring Xi Jinping. He's backing down every time he says he's going to stand up to him. At the end of the day, these first 100 days have shown that we are weaker, the world is less stable, Americans are less safe, and I have to say, Madam President, 100 days is more than enough time for my Republican colleagues to have seen enough to stand up to this president and to restore the role of this Senate and return our position of strength to the world. Thank you.